So welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. It's day 16 of Belong. When I was doing the edits yesterday, I saw myself talking about breaking my leg. And I said something like, so I broke my leg and then I was teaching yoga 3 days later and it was brilliant. And then I really reflected on this. And it was that, no, it wasn't brilliant. It was really crap that I broke my leg. But what was really incredible was, I read loads of things about, when things happen, how do we come back after, resilience, how when something interrupts us, how do we overcome this obstacle? And then also this deep principle of, my belief in myself that everybody should be able to move in my class. If you listen deeply, you can do this class. If you adapt and adjust and do your own version of this class, it works. And so when I broke my leg, I got to live that principle in a whole new and unbelievable way, where I was like, okay, so really don't hurt yourself, really don't push, really stay within the bounds of your wellness in this moment. And actually, you can turn up and move. And the rest of you as well, and really tend to the bits of you that need support and need a little bit more care. And so how are you managing moving with me in the midst of all that is you? How are you holding those principles in the deep of you of, this body is you and it belongs to you and you inhabit it? And how are you listening and including the sensations of this body in this moment, this age, this ability, this effort, this everything? Great. So onwards and upwards, keep discovering, keep listening, and come lie on your back. My computer is still timing out, so I'm going to zoom forward and touch the computer at some stage, okay? And then zip back again, okay? So lying on your back, your knees are bent. And just feel. Unpack your shoulders. Wiggle your hips. Push your feet into the floor. And just get a sense, how is your body in this moment, in this now? For me, it's a little bit cold here. There was a frost last night here. It was, my hands were cold when I was gardening this morning. I can feel the cool air coming in the window. I can feel my feet are telling me about the tango that I taught last night. I can feel the contact with the floor. It's very reassuring and steady presence. And then there's like a cacophony of sensations and feeling tones that run between all of those sensations. So just begin to rock your knees from side to side. And just listen as you rock, as you sway. How is that in your body in this moment? I'm going to bring my arms wide and stretch into my arms and reach like I've just woken up. Ooh, which I kind of have a few hours ago. Nice. And then move into gliders. Move slowly. Move with attention. Move with intention of including the whole of you right now. Really hearing the deep sounds of this moment in your body. As you glide, as you move, really just let that soften into and smoothen into your back. Nice. Bring your arms overhead and continue with your gliders. And then the next time that you bring the right knee over towards the left, roll over onto your side and have your arms overhead and draw your knee up into gliders. So you're rolling further in your gliders. What's this like? I'm not sure. I'm not sold. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So maybe we'll do propeller, much more satisfying. Pull your right elbow back as your right knee comes up and stay on the left side as you do this. So I'm resting on my left arm and my head is swaying forward and backwards, but I'm staying looking towards the left the whole time with my head. And then I'm going to really lean into the reaching of that right leg behind me. And I'm going to really lean into my hand reaching forward. And as a result, I'm starting to feel this deep sense of massaging into the floor of my left rib cage. So just feel that. Feel how you can roll backwards and forward. So it's like my right shoulder is trying to touch the floor in front of me, and my right shoulder is trying to touch the floor behind me. Next time you reach forward, pause there. How far forward can you reach the right arm so that your shoulder's almost on the floor and your right leg is moving further and further back? Nice. Come all the way back. Change. Roll over towards your right side. You're resting on your right arm. Swing the left knee up and then reach the left arm forward. So I don't have as much space here. So I'm keeping my elbow bent because if I straighten my arm, I'll start to not move my shoulder. So I'm keeping my elbow bent so that I can really deeply reach into my shoulder as I come into propeller forward and propeller backwards. And let your right side of your ribs really roll deeply on the floor. So slow it down so that you can hear the right ribs being massaged on the floor. Really hear that sense of the rolling pin of you. And then the next time that you reach, try and get your left shoulder closer to the floor and sweep the left foot behind you. Nice. Come all the way back. Land on the floor. Pause. Nice. So roll over onto your belly. So as you roll onto your belly, we're going to do Wonder Woman again. Really like this move. So slide your hands out forward. And this time you're going to keep your toes on the floor. So pull your hands back, let them slide, and then reach your hands forward, let them float. Pull your hands back, and then reach your hands forward. Pull them back, forward, back, forward. Nice. Bring your hands back so that your two elbows are resting on the floor just underneath your shoulders. And then reach just your right arm forward and then pull your right elbow back. So right hand goes forward. So I think I prefer not my elbow on the floor, but my hand on the floor. Which one do you like more? So your left hand, is that a hand or an elbow that's on the floor? For me, having my left hand on the floor, I prefer it. And so as you pull the right elbow back, bend the left knee. Right elbow comes back, left knee bends. Nice, one more time. Nice. So you have the option of either your right elbow or your right hand on the floor. Reach your left hand forward, pull it back, forward, pull it back, forward. This time when you pull your left elbow back, bend your right knee. feel this so yum in the deep of me. It's like it satisfies my proprioception, my coordination. It really deeply meets my nervous system. Nice. Pause there. Elbows on the floor. Just rock your bum. Nice. And then bring your right elbow up towards, right knee up towards your right elbow. And then change. Bring your left knee up to your left elbow. It's not going to get there, but that kind of direction. Nice. And then just travel from side to side. Right knee slides up, down. Left knee slides up, down. So again, do you want to have your head low? I'm going to talk funny for this one, wow. Or do you want to have your elbows on the floor? I think I like my elbows on the floor, and I'm going to turn my head from side to side as I do it. It's a funny one, this one, isn't it? It's kind of like there's this, I feel like my voice is quite funny. It uses some really funny abdominal muscles. Try talking. Say something to me. See how your voice is funny. It's so funny. Try to come all the way up into your cat pose. And then just wiggle. So what would you do as movement here without any kind of order? Could you stretch your neck? Could you move into the lower back? Or what do you meet? Where do you go when you want to meet something here? And how do you wiggle around, move? Bring your hands a little bit forward. And then begin to travel forward and backwards a bit. What do you meet as you wiggle? What kind of shapes do you do? I think I like my hands under my shoulders actually today. What do you like? Wiggle, wiggle. Nice. Tuck your toes under. Oh, wiggle, wiggle. Just gonna hang out, touch my computer so it doesn't time out. Great. You're in your downward dog. Keep wiggling. Just finding connection. I upgraded my Google. Maybe that's what's timing out. No idea. I don't know why it's happening. Stretching your toes like you were dancing tango. Nice. Walk your feet forward. Bring your elbows to your knees. And just pause there. See if you can soften your belly towards your thighs. And really land in. Feel it like this is an incredibly supportive position for your spine. Just super awesome. Let your right hand hang and then roll the ball with the right shoulder. So rolling the ball is where you roll your right shoulder in the biggest circle you can. I'm going to make a fist out of my hand. I'm going to lift my shoulders backwards as well because my hand keeps banging against the floor. So I'm giving myself enough space in my shoulders so that my hand doesn't bang the floor. Circling. Did you go in the other direction? And then just back and forward. So just your shoulder. I'm not bending my elbow. My hand is straight. And now bend your elbow, lawnmower. Touch your fist to the floor, lawnmower. Fist to the floor, lawnmower. Fist to the floor. These are good things to practice in May. Left hand is long, And then roll the ball with your left shoulder. Oh, there's this arm wants to bend. My face is making strange faces, trying to help it. And then roll in the other direction. It doesn't hang in the same way. I'm more holding it. Nice. Squeeze your shoulder back. Forward. Back. Forward. Arm stays straight. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Lawnmower. Back into lawnmower. Forward. Lawnmower. Forward. Lawnmower. Forward. So if you have, if your lower back is weak, then try do this in whatever way that's supported. That could be where your hands stay on your knees and you do the movement. Otherwise, if you feel like your lower back is strong, hang both arms and roll both shoulders into rolling the ball, and then roll in the other direction. Nice. Pull both shoulders back, forward, back, forward, lawnmower, double lawnmower, fist to the floor, double lawnmower, fist to the floor. Nice. Both hands to your knees, slowly rolling up, hands to your hips, roll, big circles. And then circle in the other direction. So double seaweed arms. So start off with just one. So if seaweed arms is actually a figure of 8. So start with just a hand that travels across. And as soon as it travels across, your torso is going to be changed by your figure of 8. Okay? Whereas if I only do it on the right side where it stays over on the right and there's nothing happening in your torso. Feel that? Whereas as soon as you sway across towards the left, things in your belly start to change. So the research that I was looking at was that when you can move your belly, you can move out of stuck states in your in your life, in your body, change direction of your figure of 8. And so we can inhabit or embody stuck states. We can go into freeze or contraction. Nice. Other hand, left hand travels across. And so you're just really showing your body, oh, there is movement. There is possibilities. Pretty beautiful morning. Wow. And then the other direction. Maybe feel it. Close your eyes, feel it. The left hand is doing a figure of 8 in the second direction. And now seaweed arms. Seaweed arms is slightly different actually. So whatever version of figure of 8 or seaweed arms that you're doing, seaweed arms, your front hand is sweeping across and the exaggeration is in the sweep of the front hand. There's your hand. Is there another, oh wow, there's an opposite way with seaweed arms. There's a down. See that? Down is typically what we would have done. And then try an up of seaweed arms. So it's more like you're throwing something up, up. Hay, we're harvesting hay. We're like fling. Right, nice. Stand on one foot. Just feel that. How is it to stand on one foot this morning? How wobbly are you? Just feel that in your body. One foot. Maybe if you want to try, close your eyes. Wow, very wobbly. Nice. Other side. Stand on the other foot. Eyes open. Just feel how's your center of balance on this side. And balance is an incredibly dynamic thing. Balance is not rigid. That's rigidity. Or that's like, balance inherently has a wobble to it, because it has many things that it's in dynamic equilibrium with. Okay, so if your arms are moving, if your foot is wobbling, this is balance. Okay, see what it's like to close your eyes. Be amazed at the difference. Nice. Come sit on the floor. All the way down. Just roll into your ankles, big circles. And roll in the other direction. Come into a cross-legged position or some kind of seated position that suits you. Roll your shoulders. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Bring your hands to your heart and just pause. Allow your breath to slow down. I can hear so many sounds of animals, of insects, of cows, birds. The river. Nice. So you can either end there or you can lie on the floor. If you're lying on the floor, find the way that suits your body right now. And so that idea of the call, more or less how I teach my classes. I do a movement and then I go, what does my body call for now? What would be the next move based on the sensations of my body? So right now, as you go to land on the floor, what's the call? Not what does your head say, but what does your body long for? What would move it, deepen it, connect it right now? Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you all tomorrow for another wonderful day of listening and attending to the deep of us. Have a great day. Ciao.